Is it 31? Yeah, that's what it is. 31. At least that's what it says. All right. How about some February releases of some shows? Some Marvel castings. Spider-Man, Your Friendly Neighborhood web crawler. I don't know what that is. And then Daredevil Born Again trailer. We're going to talk about all of that and a little more. How about that?
According to Wikipedia, a nerd is a person seen as overly intellectual, obsessive, introverted, or lacking social skills. Many so-called nerds are described as being shy, quirky, pedantic, and unattractive. We're here to prove Wikipedia right.
Oh, look who they let in.
This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. If it's fantasy, sci-fi, gaming, movies, interviews, we're talking about it. We're talking about it. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, and here's your host, Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike.
Welcome to Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. Episode number 460. And this beautiful, wonderful January night. Yeah, we got Game God, Magic Mike in the house. We'll just call you Mike from now
Sometimes
on.
people just call me Mike. I was just going to say
that.
Or scissors.
I call them scissors. How about this? Our topics for tonight, guys. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I hope you are able to join in the live feed. Welcome to the chat room, and feel free to spill your guts. That's what we like saying here.
Or just say what you need to say.
Yeah, or that.
Either one.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's dig right into some of our fun topics for tonight. We won't waste any time. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the animation on Disney Plus, has have their full trailer come out. We talked a little bit about this a while back, but what's your first impressions, Game God, on this trailer?
Oh, we're gonna go with me first. This is old school right here. I like this. Initial reactions. I like the artwork. It gets a very comic book feel, right? It definitely feels like I feel like I opened up an old comic book from 1992, and I'm flipping the pages.
92. Nice. That's really
92.
old.
65 cents.
92?
But
I don't think so.
65 cents.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
more like $1.99 or $2.50.
No, 1992 they were about 65 cents.
$1.50, $2.50.
Okay, all right, we can fact check that.
Right.
And so that's my first impressions. The voice, I didn't think the voices were too bad either. I think Peter Parker, I think they got him from the trailers. You gotta kind of see what that comes out of it. But like with any show, the only thing that makes the show is an equally good bad guy. And we didn't see any in the trailers, so I'm wondering if who's the bad guy going to be, and if it's not a good bad guy, I don't think I'm in. So I want to see what the bad guy is. I'm gonna hold and my feet.
Don't you think there'll be a different bad guy every week though?
Moose, I don't even know what he's talking about here. He's just, this is such a cop out. He just doesn't want to answer any questions. What it sounds like, because of course there's going to be a different bad guy. It's an animation series. Come on.
No, there's a main bad guy. There'd be a main bad guy.
This isn't a movie. This is a series.
Yeah.
So,
listen, did you say 1990, by the way? Is that what you said? 1990, right?
92.
Well, I pulled up 90 and it's $1.75, dude. So nice try.
You must got the deluxe editions.
That's the Spider-Man.
The annual editions. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Exactly right.
No.
So that's my initial. I'd watch an episode, at least one.
Okay. All right. Magic Mike.
Listen, I think this thing is really, really good. Like Game God said, the animation is incredible. I do feel like I'm opening up a comic book that's probably more than 65 cents. But I don't care about the bad guy, because the different bad guys are going to show up. I like the fact that they're showing his life in high school throughout this animation piece. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't have a problem with the bad guy piece. I'm not sure. Spoiler alert for the trailer is that I just forgot Harry Osborn's dad's name. Yeah. He knows who Spider-Man is.
Mr. Osborn.
And this is Thank you.
Yes. you
How does he
that's
know?
Mr.
Anyway, that's the part I don't like about it.
How does he? What do you mean he knows? You think he built him the costume? Is what you're assuming?
Well, he says he goes, "I know you're Spider-Man."
He
in
does
the trailer.
He does say it. He
That's
does
a
say that.
spoiler.
Well, that's Tony
Why'd
Stark.
Why'd you say that to? Why'd you tell that to everybody?
It's in the trailer.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, Green Goblin does know who Spider-Man is. So
Correct.
Later on,
well, how much later?
later
Well, you
on
don't
when
know.
we see Green Goblin.
Listen, I would tell you that there's no
So we
time
know
in this.
Green Goblin then has got to be one of the bad guys. Game God.
Yes. Well, I want to see him in his Green Goblin,
Oh my gosh.
the whole shebang. I want to see him throw one of those little lanterns.
You already know you're going to see Green Goblin. You're going to
Well,
see
well,
Hobgoblin. You're going to see Rhino. You're going to see all of them.
Yeah, I'd love to see all of them.
I know you
wanna
love
see
Rhino.
Vulture.
He's your favorite, especially the live action that we've seen lately.
Oh yeah. That was
Yeah.
that.
That
There was none like that one.
Talk
I'll
about
tell you.
that. All right. How about? All right. Well,
Well, what'd you think of it, Moose?
I'm 50-50. I like seeing it. I'm just afraid that it being on Disney Plus, I was like, okay, well, who's it geared toward? And I'm not sold on 100% that it's should be under PG-13, which that's unfortunate. I just wish it were. This is a little easier to for everybody to buy in on that.
I would agree because when we watched them originally, right?
Yeah,
we were young.
right.
Yeah. And then with the title "Friendly Neighborhood
Friendly
Spider-Man."
Neighborhood Spider-Man. Yeah, and then you drop like 3 different bombs in the trailer. So I think that it looks okay. I think it's promising. It's promising. I mean, from the trailer, it looks okay. Looks okay.
If here comes the if.
No,
It'll do well if.
I'm waiting for it. Yeah, I'm just waiting.
No, I'm just saying. I think that it would have done better if it weren't like PG-13. I think it would have done better with.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Larger audience, and I say
100%.
PG-13. I mean that you shouldn't have your parental guidance suggested at 13 years old or older when you're watching an animated series on Disney Plus. I just think it should be 7 at best, at worst.
Yeah.
Well, with that title, Friendly Neighborhood should be 7. Now, if you're gonna use what you use there, it should be called something else. Just Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah, but the whole layout design, since you're talking about this, is for kids. It's to attract kids.
Correct.
That's what
Right.
the
It
animation
is.
piece is. So
Very colorful.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of so colorful, how about Daredevil Born Again? Now, we talked a little bit about this too, also on the previous podcast. Daredevil Born Again, the full trailer out there for you to see. Very colorful trailer. Magic Mike, what do you think of this trailer?
I like the trailer. It was really good. I like the action. We get to see Punisher in it, but I got the feeling that Kingpin and Daredevil are going to be working together a little bit, and that I'm not okay with. That should just never happen. I could be wrong, but that's the kind of feeling that I got. And I'm not sure about the bad guy, him being a main bad guy that Daredevil should be taking on, because I don't recall him being that big of a deal for Daredevil.
Who?
Muse, I believe, is going to be the bad guy.
Yes, that's correct.
I didn't hear that in the.
I didn't.
Oh.
I was going to let somebody else take that
it's-
on.
Yes, I'll take that on.
Go
Are you
ahead.
passing the baton?
Yes.
Yes.
So I can't believe that you just compared using the same words for Daredevil as you did with Spider-Man.
He really did.
You picked that up, right, Moose?
Yeah.
He said, like, I could not believe that you put them in the same. I got to tell you, this trailer for me looks spectacular. I am excited. I am a Kingpin fan. I am a Matt Murdock fan. And that epic scene of them sitting in a diner talking to each other just like really sets the stage to be like, this got this epic feel. And remember, this is an 18 episode season. There's 18 episodes in this. So it does give me the movie vibes. Muse is the character, very dark character, uses his victims as art. So we'll explore that. But I love the fact that how they're really also piecing to time together. So in this, Kingpin is the mayor. He's a mayor of New York City, New York City. And
Interesting. I don't ever remember Kingpin being mayor.
no,
wasn't.
I don't. I don't.
Okay, all right. I thought it was just me, but okay,
No,
keep going.
I don't. But I also like how they both acknowledge that since the snap, without saying the snap, they've done some things, right? Love that they brought back some cast members from the series, and then they brought all the people back. I think it's essential to have all those characters back because they all mean something. I've heard from some of our sources that Luke Cage might be in it, as well as Jessica Jones. They might make some cameos in there, which would make sense considering it's in.
Yeah.
What about
where
Iron
they're at.
Fist?
Nope, there was no mention of Iron Fist, so he doesn't exist.
He was part of the
But
snap.
yeah, he didn't make it. He didn't make
At
it.
least the show was right. That's
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
important.
He didn't make it. But and I love how we both all liked John Bernthal. If I hopefully I said his name right, as a Punisher, and he looks real gritty here, which is I love that, right? So, but to your point, Magic Mike, I don't think they're gonna work together. I really don't. I think this is just a coming of the minds, respect your boundaries kind of conversation. Get in my way, I'll take you out. You get in my way, I'll take you out kind of
Good
conversation.
observation. I like that. I hope that's the case. But yeah. And, oh, by the way, don't ask John B.
He was gonna say.
Yeah, don't ask him about.
Don't talk about
PhD.
Walking Dead.
Remember, yeah, don't talk about The Walking Dead with him. If you ever meet him, just leave that part
Just
out.
don't bring. Yeah, just leave.
Because you're gonna get shut down pretty quickly. All right. Yeah. I like this. It's very dark. It's very bloody. The trailer. I mean, you get a good sense of what the show is going to be about. That's for sure. And there's not a question that it's going to be higher than PG-13. You know.
No question at all. Not on Disney Plus.
But it looks good. It looks good. It's good to see Daredevil and Kingpin back in the same screen, and I'm looking forward to that. I love both of those characters. I thought the Daredevil going away from Netflix was a huge mistake for Netflix. They lost out there, but it looks really good. That's
I'm excited to have them
I'm
back on scene. And I hope you're right, Game God. I hope they don't work together. And they're just kind of setting some boundaries. I just got a weird feeling like they're going to both.
Well,
it's like
I think
your enemy of my enemy is my friend.
That's what's going to happen at least for a couple episodes.
Yes,
and then it's going to be over. So I'm not worried about that.
Yeah. I agree. I think there's going to be like one or two episodes. Hey, help me, I help you, and then someone feels like they crossed the line, and it's just you just can't have Daredevil and Kingpin work together. Now, I'll tell you probably, and I can't quote it. They probably worked with each other for one episode in a comic book, just as a similar interest piece.
Just like him being mayor.
That's the thing. Yeah, exactly right. Because of that, now he has to work with Daredevil a bit, but he's seeing him as Matt Murdock, of course. So, yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I like it. Both on my watch list to see where they go next. Now, before we get to section 31 and a little Star Trek piece, let's talk about the February releases. Who has a list of February releases for movie shows and all-time game events?
Well, I'll take the movies and shows.
Okay,
Game God can
right,
take the all-time game events. So just looking at February coming up, because we always like to look ahead and see what's going on. I'm just going to list a couple of things here. Won't go into too much, but I just want to get you guys' thoughts on how you feel like February is going to fare. And so just to start right off, we'll go into we already know that so The Witcher,
that was
Sirens of the Deep is coming out.
No editing there. He said all that, Game God, just like you did back in the day. So
I know, right? I felt just like Game God.
So yeah, just like that. Okay, keep going.
Love that. Keep that. Make sure you bookmark that clip.
My computer went a little slow, so I had to. It wasn't catching up with me. So The Witcher, Sirens of the Deep. So this is the third season, I believe, for The Witcher coming up here.
New actor, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. We got Cobra Kai, the final season here.
The
final,
last 6 or 7 episode. Final.
Yeah, it's like season 6, part 50 or something like that, or 3, I think, one of those. We also have Captain America coming out in February.
The Brave and the Strong.
Is that what it is?
No, Brave New World.
Oh, okay.
Nice for calling.
And by the way, speaking of that, Anthony Mackie, we're not. This isn't a political podcast. This is a all things sci-fi come to life podcast. what he brought
Top
to
10.
life was top 10, exactly right. What he brought to life was maybe an opening or maybe some low viewership, and he tried to kind of redirect himself with some comments. But I'm a little concerned about this movie doing well because of his recent comments and overseas.
Well, I agree with you, and just based on what I just said was releasing, and I'm saving the best one for last, and that's the crazy part because we're all looking forward to this. So just to put it in perspective, Moose, 1923 season 2 is coming out in February, and I think that I'm looking forward to more than I am Captain America.
That's great,
and I think you're right. I think that it could certainly hurt. And now they did come out with a new trailer recently, and it shows more of Red Hulk. Yeah. But at the same time, and actually they talk about how does Captain America is able to compete with Red Hulk, and I don't like that they just all of a sudden are saying, oh well, he has this now and he has this now, and it's just not real compared to the comics. But anyway, to your point, Moose, I agree. I'm a little concerned about where this is going to go.
So here's my issue with the Captain America, since everybody's got an opinion. He's not a super soldier, so there's no way he can go toe to toe with a Hulk. Right?
Absolutely not. He's a regular old human. He's just he's me or you fighting the Hulk, and that's not going to do it.
But listen, if I had to say, I got my money on you, Moose. You do a little better than, and you don't need any extra equipment, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, and they're saying that his suit is from Black Panther.
Don't tell me it's vibranium.
Yes, vibranium.
No way.
This is what they're saying, that some of his stuff is. Here's my problem with that. It doesn't matter.
It's not right. You're right. It doesn't matter, but that's not right.
Hey, if there's nobody to put the wings on, it doesn't matter. It's like let the Hulk grab that. But to that point, see, this is the reason why. These are one of many reasons why that I don't think it'll do well either, is because it just doesn't make sense. Yeah. It doesn't make sense, and if you're the Hulk's gonna treat him just for what he is, a fly. Start swatting him out the air.
But I don't think that he will, though. That's the problem. I would agree with you that it should be that way, but I don't think it will be that way.
Well,
it's argued
way. It's not going to go good with the public, at least. That's my opinion.
Exactly right. And it's argued that the Red Hulk is stronger than the Green Hulk.
Right. That's correct. You are right. So that's February for the most part, guys. It doesn't sound too great to me.
Well, man, listen, you're right. 1923, top show right there. I thought it was this month. I mean, not that it means anything. It's like 3 days left, but I thought it was this month. I was a little disappointed when you told me February. I was going to try to watch that this weekend.
You still can. This weekend's coming up. It'll be.
Oh, that's right. It's the first, right?
Well, yeah, but it doesn't come out till the 23rd. Sorry.
Oh,
it's all right. Get a screener's copy. What are you waiting for?
Well, I got it already. I just didn't want to tell you guys.
I don't need you to tell me.
Hey, but talk about screener. Have you guys heard anything about some new castings of a particular MCU film that's on the docket?
No. The only thing that I've heard is from Doom. From the at least what I saw, the casting was, or who they casted, like Chris Evans in it. Johansson, what's her name? Scarlett Johansson. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was the other one that I saw, who's actually, and Lou Ferrigno.
Oh,
yes, I did see that, which was very, very surprising, by the way.
So you have Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom, Dr. Doom.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have, now, from what I understand, these are the people in it. So you have Captain. Not Captain America, Chris Evans, mm-hmm. And you're like, what is he gonna? What role is he gonna play? Well, evidently it's
Human Torch,
Captain Hydra. Well, we talked about Human Torch. Remember, we talked about him.
Yeah, we did.
Captain Hydra. Now this is an alternate universe. If this is what they're doing, because obviously
so Captain America are gonna be bad guys.
Captain Hydra, yeah, exactly. Scarlett Johansson was Madam Hydra. So now I'm like, this seems a little cheesy to me. And then you have Lou Ferrigno as Master Hulk.
So he's the old man Hulk.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That has all the contents on, like Captain America's shield and Iron Man's
Right.
head and whatever as trophies. I'm a
Moose,
little
you just
concerned,
ruined this. You just ruined this for
I'm just
me.
saying, man. I'm just
Hey,
saying.
I'm gonna put the icing on the cake for you. Right.
Okay.
So it was originally stated that Doctor Strange was going to be in it.
Okay.
Guess what?
What?
Straight from the actor's mouth, he is not going to be in it.
Wow.
So
Okay.
no Strange, and that's because the original bad guy was Kang, which made more sense to have Strange. And since there's no Kang, there's no Strange. So he's pulled
That's
out
gonna be my
now.
motto. It's gonna be on my tombstone.
No Kang, no Strange.
No Kang, no Strange.
Well, and Moose, hearing you speak about this, oh man, you should have never said anything because
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you really just broke my heart. I'm just saying,
I feel like we're watching a B-rated Avengers at this point. Like
that's exactly what it feels like.
Like we, for some reason, you watch the Avengers top dollar, right? 50 million plus per actor kind of deal.
Right.
And you watch this one, it's 50,000. It's like so you're gonna get what you give, right? So man, that's disappointing. But I will tell you on a side note, they've been talking about a Ghost Rider movie. They've been talking about a revival of it, not the Nicolas Cage one. And the actor that they are rumored to have casted, and it's just waiting for the ink to dry, to play Ghost Rider is Ryan Gosling.
That's bad. That's no good. That's no good. That's what I think. That's no good.
Go ahead, elaborate a little bit more, Moose.
Here's the only thing that I would say, because my first thought is absolutely not. But I will say this: if Twilight can become Batman, you might have a shot. That's all I'm saying. Is that?
Hey, you're so right, Magic Mike.
Yeah,
you're so right.
And that's what's on his tombstone. If Twilight can become Batman, look. Could he play? What's his name? Johnny. Ghost Rider's real name.
Yeah,
Danny something. I could get
Danny?
it right.
It's Johnny.
There's two versions. There's two versions.
Oh,
of him.
All right. Which version are we talking about? Because I could see the look that Ryan Gosling has, so I get that. And I'm not saying the guy can't act, although it does seem a little one noted. But still,
yes.
Let's give him, his one note. So could he do it? Oh man. See, what I'm afraid of here is if I say that, okay, he could do it and, he's going to be good, I'm afraid that it won't be as ruthless. Although he did play like one little ruthless character against what was it, like The Rock or something in one of those movies?
It was in Netflix. It was in Netflix.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't think it was The Rock.
Who was
that? Was because you're thinking of Ryan Reynolds playing against The Rock.
No, I'm not thinking of him.
Oh, okay. So no, they did do a Netflix where he was in,
and he had he was like a assassin or something.
Yep, I know the movie. I'll
I don't know
for you.
why he's doing that, Moose. To your point, to go along with what you're saying, now I can see him playing a Johnny Blaze, but not.
Thank you.
Yep, but not Ghost Rider, because I don't know that he can pull that off.
If he does Johnny Blaze, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
but not Ghost Rider.
The Gray Man, and it was against Chris Evans.
Okay, yeah, Chris Evans. See, I knew I was close. I was really close, man.
I haven't seen that.
But yeah, so he did okay in that. He did all right.
Yeah, I think he did okay. Yeah. Even though Rotten Tomatoes disagreed, but I thought he did okay. Rotten Tomatoes.
They didn't Blaze, but not Ghost Rider.
So, but think about it. It doesn't matter who plays Ghost Rider because it's all CG.
What you're gonna say, I get it.
Yeah. Well, you still got to have the attitude, though.
That's the thing. So are they gonna use his voice? No.
It is AI for that.
Man, I feel like now we're ending on a bad note here.
Ending on a bad note. We're going into Star Trek section 31. What
like I said, we're ending on a bad note.
Wow.
Slowly going downhill.
Sorry.
And you know me, I'm a huge Star Trek fan.
Yeah, you are.
So in section 31,
Star Trek. Let's take the next 5-10 minutes. Let's talk about Star Trek.
So in section 31 was supposed to be a series at first, if you guys remember.
Correct. I didn't know that. This just came across my docket, by the way, because I was expecting on the second episode, and I was like, and I remember telling you, Moose, it's like an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes.
Right.
Right?
Wait,
So that
wait,
says,
wait a minute. You're telling me there's no second episode?
nope.
This is
This is
a
a movie.
movie.
What?
Yes, they've turned it into a movie. An hour and 30 minutes.
Yep.
Now,
Yes.
let me just tell you, we I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer. Have y'all seen the trailer?
Yes.
When I saw the trailer, not only did I think this isn't Section 31, I thought this isn't even Star Trek.
Right.
I don't even know what I
That's
saw
kind
when
of
I
what I thought when I saw the trailer. Yes.
yeah. And I haven't seen
If I'm
it.
not mistaken, I think Game God said, "Oh, I can't wait for this. Is going to be good." I think if
I didn't say
remember
that.
right.
Yeah,
I did not say
think
that.
I think
I
100% he said
absolutely
those
not.
exact
Check-
words.
Check the receipts. I did
Now he's
not
trying
say
to-
that.
I got them right here. But here, and I haven't watched it yet, and I don't plan on watching it. And that was just based on the trailer. But let me just tell you who agrees with all of us.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to give you some tomato scores here.
Okay.
Star Trek.
So the tomato meter, take a guess. You guys guess. Game guy's already looked. I can tell.
Hold on.
He's already guessed. He's already looked.
Hold on. I'm taking a guess here. I might
can-
not be close.
I can tell he's already looked.
20.
Go ahead, Moose.
All right. Well, I would have said like based on what I saw, 55.
So for Rotten Tomato meter, 21%.
See,
21.
I was close.
21.
I was
Let me try
close.
it. You already knew. He's looking at it right now.
I was close.
Now, Moose, what about the audience score?
Let me take a guess. Take a guess.
You're not guessing, game guy. What do you think about the audience score, Moose?
All right. I'm gonna say. Oh boy. 34.
I'm gonna split the difference.
17. 17.
I was gonna say 17. I was gonna say it.
Sure you were.
17.
You know what? That is splitting the difference. That is straight of 34. 17 is 17.
That's true.
Is
Yeah.
absolutely 34. So nice job.
Moose must have looked at it twice and then added them together. How crazy is that?
That's not crazy from what I saw. Because
That's
here's
true.
the deal, Magic Mike. I put it on, and I know it's long. I get it. You know, I thought it was a series. I had no idea that you got till just this moment that you guys said it's only one.
We ruined it for you, just like you ruined it for us. We ruined it for you.
I put it on and I watched half of it, and I got to tell you, I fell asleep. The half that I saw had no resemblance to Star Trek whatsoever.
It's funny you bring that up, Moose, because I'm gonna ask you guys if it didn't say Star Trek Section 31, would you have watched
Turning
this?
it on. Not turning it on.
No,
Even
I
with
haven't
Michelle
turned it on
Yeoh?
even with that, just based on the
like
trailer.
her. I like her a lot.
Yes.
And I'll tell you, that's the only reason why I watched. To be quite
You
honest
did
with
watch.
I watched the whole thing. I watched that. I did my homework. I watched the whole thing, and I watched it because she, it was in, there's a story. They tell her story, but it goes back to that old saying that you said, Moose. Some characters you just don't need a backstory.
Don't
for.
need a backstory, right?
And
Because- so from the beginning, hold on, I'm gonna let you finish, Game God. But from the beginning, it has Star Trek flipped around, so you automatically go, okay, I'm in the mirror verse, basically. So and you go back to where she was at, but so from the onset, I'm like, oh, you just no telling what we're gonna get now. There's no telling what we're gonna get. We're in
the
the
gloves
middle.
are off.
Yeah. So I was really disappointed. Go ahead, back to you, Game God.
Yeah, so I loved her character when she was in Discovery.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I believe all of us did. Which
Yes.
all of us said when we watched Discovery at its height, not season 3 Discovery at its height. We all said, man, they should make a show of Section 31. That'd be awesome. The Black Ops of
Right.
Starfleet, right?
Right.
And we were all excited. I did not know upon doing a little bit more research, she was written off of season 3.
Oh.
So they wrote her off. But in writing her off, they made sure that they in season 3, and I don't remember this, but they mentioned her love interest in season 3, so that way they can use this in the spinoff.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. It's so now fast forward to the movie pseudo show. They talk about her backstory and they humanize her so much so that she does not give off that same fear. She doesn't give off that same like I'm the baddest chick in the planet kind of feel. She doesn't do anything like that. Now she seems so regular that it takes away from her persona and who she is. And I feel bad because the character itself was an
Oh, it's a great
amazing character.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Magic Mike, don't watch it because you would lose all respect
It's
for what
you
her
actually
character
don't
is.
need to watch it. You
Yeah,
don't need to
no,
I'm telling you, I tried, and it just got to the point where I'm like, this is
well, the fact that you're saying it starts off in the mirror universe tells me that this is for them. They couldn't come up with a good enough storyline, and so they didn't want to try to follow what Section 31 was, and they'd say, "We just make it up as we
We'll
go
make it
along."
up. Yeah,
That's
we'll make it
exactly
up.
what that
It
tells
doesn't
me.
have to really be Section 31 of Star Trek. This is a Section 31 in an alternate universe
Yeah.
that has nothing to do with anything.
Well,
I want a Section 31.
well,
They're
let me ask you-
conniving. They're spies.
Yeah,
You
well,
know, they do
hold
behind-
on, Magic Mike. Let me ask you a question. You haven't seen it, right? So
Correct.
if I told you, describe what you think first episode of Section 31 would be, how would you describe it?
What I think it should be.
Yeah, what do you, obviously you haven't seen it. So what do you think
Right.
you would be seeing if you saw the first episode of Section 31 based on what you know?
Oh, I think they'd be starting off behind the scenes at like they're on the Klingon homeworld on Kronos or something like that, and they're spying behind something, and they're sneaking in to do things, and they're ruthless to get information into. That's what I would think I would see, something along those lines.
Cut, print. Let's go with that one. Let's go. So episode 1 right there. You're absolutely right. And when you turn this on, it's like a parody of Galaxies of the Guardian. Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a parody of Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a
That
whole
too.
bunch of posh characters
It is.
that make no sense. I've never seen them in the Star Trek world, by the way.
Zero cohesiveness from what you expect from her and her group, what you expect from Star Trek, what you expect from it just doesn't.
No spying, no
No.
espionage,
No,
no nothing. They throw tech in there, but they threw it in there just because they had extra money in the budget to say, "Hey, let's do something." But it really was. At this point, you should have just made it a musical, which is what I thought it was going to be eventually. And you probably would have got give what's his name, Lin-Manuel. What's his?
He would have
Hey,
had a better shot at
that's exactly right. A Star Trek musical, you would have knocked it out the park. This,
Right.
not so much.
And
I think
her.
it's
I love the main character. I love
Yes.
her as an actress. I think she's phenomenal as a martial artist. She's phenomenal.
Mhm.
But in this, it's not her. It's the whole storyline. It's just
Mhm.
it's everything about the show that isn't good. So
I want to bash it just a little bit more.
just
Not-
a little more.
Just a little bit more, just for if anyone didn't get the point. Not one character in this show appeared in any other Star Trek show. Not one character. No one. I mean, like, there's no connection, no continuity, nothing.
Yeah.
It's not even the same. It talks about how she became, empress or queen, and it tried to make it
It
ruthless.
isn't
and
that
it-
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Magic Mike, take it off your watch list. Take it off and take it off your computer. Take it off. Just take it
Yeah,
off and
run the
continue
virus-
watching
Run the
TNG.
antivirus suite because that's exactly what you're getting.
Yep.
You're just getting. You're getting.
And don't do the one that you get free in the mail. Don't run
Yeah.
that antivirus suite. You need a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, this show is basically COVID from real life. It's all it is. It's COVID. Don't watch it. Skip that part. You'll be fine. You'll be fine later on. You'll trust me.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Hey, and there's rumors that they might be a sequel. They left it open.
no, there's not gonna happen.
Yes.
This
yes,
thing,
that's
this thing is
rumors.
so dead in the water. It's not. It won't.
you
It
talking
won't
about?
have any legs whatsoever.
That's it. I'm out.
Hey, speaking of out, so are we. Hey, listen, everybody. Thanks for joining us in this episode. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for listening to this podcast. Yeah, top 10 podcast, sci-fi podcast in the world. But we're going to do it again next week. We're going to have some new topics. We're going to have some new stuff to talk about. Bring yourself, sit into your seats or on your phone and join us. We'll see you then.
I was just leaving. Da-da-da-da.
Nerd alert, nerd alert, nerd alert, nerd alert.
You've been listening to Podcast for Sci-Fi with Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike. Nerds have more fun. If it's anything sci-fi, we're talking about it. We had fun, and we hope you did too. We have to split, but we'll be back soon. In the meantime, hit us up at podcast4sci-fi.com. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. Come to life.